In 2019, a 22-year-old woman from Portland recorded her reflection moving after she had already left the room. This is the verified case file of Emma Ross, the girl who lived alone until her reflection stopped following her. Welcome to Nightmare Voltaire. In the autumn of that year, Emma Ross had just moved into her first apartment. It was a small, shoebox-sized unit in a tired, old building in downtown Portland. The rent was cheap, and for a student working part-time, that's all that mattered. The apartment was unremarkable in every way, except for one thing: a large, ornate mirror bolted to the bathroom wall. It was old, with a tarnished frame and a single hairline crack running from the top left corner down to the middle. The glass was clouded with water stains that no amount of scrubbing could remove. Every night, Emma would follow the same routine. She'd come home from her late shift at the diner, drop her keys in the bowl by the door, and head straight to the bathroom. She'd stand in front of that strange mirror, brushing her teeth, scrolling through TikTok, the old building groaning around her. The sound of pipes creaking and water dripping was the apartment's nightly soundtrack. But one Tuesday, something was different. As she rinsed her toothbrush and turned to leave, she caught a flicker of movement in her peripheral vision. She froze. In the mirada. Her reflection was just a fraction of a second behind her, its head still turned towards the sink. Emma blinked, and everything was normal again. Her reflection stared back, perfectly in sync. She laughed it off. It was late. She was tired. It was probably just bad lighting. Or maybe not. 3 nights later, the delay was back, and it was worse. What started as a split-second lag had stretched into a full 2 seconds. Emma decided to test it. Standing in front of the mirror, she slowly raised her right hand. 2 seconds later, her reflection did the same. She smiled a wide, toothy grin. The reflection held a blank expression for a moment before its lips slowly curved into an identical smile. She took a step to the left, and her reflection followed, but only after a noticeable pause. Feeling a mix of fear and morbid curiosity, Emma pulled out her phone and started recording. She went through the motions again, waving, making faces. Then she performed her nightly routine, brushing her teeth while filming. She finished, placed her toothbrush down, and walked out of the frame, leaving the phone propped against a lotion bottle, still recording the mirror. Later, when she watched the video back, her blood ran cold. The footage showed her leaving the bathroom, but her reflection stayed. For a full 10 seconds, the figure in the mirror continued to brush its teeth, its movements slow and methodical. Then, it stopped, lowered the toothbrush, and slowly lifted its head. It stared directly into the phone's camera. And it smiled. But that smile, it was not hers. Panic set in. Emma spent the next hour frantically searching online for rational explanations. Mere lag illusion. Peripheral drift. Troxler's fading. She found articles on neurological tricks and psychological phenomena, but none of them described a reflection that acted on its own. Then, a search for her building's address yielded a different kind of result. A small, local news article from 5 years prior. The headline read, "Local woman found deceased in downtown apartment." The article was about the previous tenant, a woman named Laura Myers. Lara was found in front of the same mirror, with the lights on and her eyes wide open. The report mentioned a rope found hanging from a hook directly above the mirror. Shaking, Emma called her landlord. She described the mirror, asking if he knew anything about it. The landlord's voice was strained. "That mirror shouldn't be there," he said, his tone sharp. "I gave specific instructions for it to be removed and destroyed after the incident. It was supposed to be gone." The line went quiet for a moment before he added, "Just stay away from it, Miss Ross. I'll have someone come by in the morning." But morning was a long way off. That night, Emma couldn't bring herself to even look at the bathroom door. She took a heavy blanket from her closet and draped it over the mirror, covering it completely. It felt like a flimsy shield, but it was all she could do. She tried to sleep, but every creak of the old building sent a jolt of fear through her. Just after 3 a.m., a sharp, cracking sound echoed from the bathroom, jolting her fully awake. Her heart hammered against her ribs. Forcing herself out of bed, she crept toward the bathroom and pushed the door open. The blanket lay in a heap on the floor. The mirror was uncovered, and a new, spider-webbing crack had splintered across its surface, and in the reflection, something was wrong. It was her face, but her expression was different, impassive, cold. Her eyes seemed darker, almost black. As she backed away, her phone, sitting on the nightstand, buzzed. A notification glowed on the screen. Motion detected in living room. The final night began with a power outage. The entire building was plunged into darkness. Emma lit a few candles, their flickering flames casting long, dancing shadows across the walls. Armed with a single candle, she had to use the bathroom. She avoided looking directly at the mirror, but she could see it from the corner of her eye. Her reflection was there, standing perfectly still, its face illuminated by the wavering candlelight. It wasn't moving at all. As she brushed her teeth, her reflection remained frozen, a static image of her. A terrifying thought crossed her mind. She finished, blew out the candle, and backed out of the dark bathroom. In the hallway, she risked a glance back, and that's when she saw it. In the pitch blackness of the bathroom, a pale figure was stepping forward, its silhouette slowly detaching from the surface of the mirror. The next morning, after Emma missed a shift at work and wasn't answering her phone, her landlord used his master key to enter the apartment. He found it empty. In the bathroom, the large, ornate mirror was shattered, shards of silvered glass covering the floor. Emma's phone was on the tile. Its screen cracked, but it was still recording. The police reviewed the footage. It showed hours of an empty, dark apartment. Then, at 3:14 a.m., the camera's perspective shifted slightly, as if it had been knocked. The new angles showed Emma's bed. Say was in it, apparently asleep. And standing at the foot of her bed was a figure. It was her, but not her. The reflection, it stood there, perfectly still, just watching her for 7 minutes. The last frame of the video, before the battery died, shows the figure turning its head. It looked directly into the lens. The shattered mirror was removed from the apartment and placed in a police evidence storage facility. 2 weeks later, during a routine inventory check, it was gone. Emma Ross was never seen again. Her case remains open, filed under missing persons. So if you ever see your reflection move just a little too slow, or smile when you don't, maybe don't wait to find out what it does next. Just leave the room. Thanks for watching. If you want to explore more cases from the vault, be sure to subscribe to Nightmare. We'll see you next time.